So just as yesterday with Father Kevin, I'm here under an olive tree with stretching below us the beautiful Garden of Gethsemane that we have here at the retreat house. And thinking of St. Ignatius in Jerusalem, you know, if something has been clear from the last sessions that we've talked about, is Ignatius was a man of passions, of a dreamer, and a man of extremes when it came to his conversion. And even though he had to temper that in so many ways, I find it really very exciting to think about this early converted Ignatius who couldn't do enough for God. And so fell in love with Jesus that not only did he, go through these penances of fasting and, of sleeping just a little and everything like that, but he decided to go on the extremely difficult journey to the Holy Land, a pilgrimage, and begging his way there, not only to do it, but to do it the hardest possible way, because he wanted to stay there. That somehow in reading and imagining with Ludolf of Saxony's Life of Christ, the area where Jesus was, he wanted to see that. And once he saw it, he dreamt of being there for the rest of his life, which probably would not have been a very long life, because knowing how he was, he would have upset somebody who would have removed his head for him and considered it a holy act. But Ignatius ran into the obstacle against his dreams of obedience to somebody in the church who had the right to demand obedience of him. And so in having to temper what he did physically to himself, to temper what his dreams were of staying in the Holy Land, he learned that God in many ways can direct us and can teach us. It doesn't mean that in dreaming great dreams or in embarking upon great penances that St. Ignatius was necessarily wrong. It's just the Lord had more to teach him. And what was at the beginning of his life, we can't forget that before indulging in this dream to stay in the Holy Land, he had this incredible experience of God at the Cardinere that would color the rest of his life and provide wisdom. His early days weren't days of futile dreaming and excessive penances. They were days of really growing to love God and to listen to God and to come to conversion that was more and more complete. And so for us, we can pray that we might have the passionate love for God that Ignatius had, and that love might lead us to dream great dreams and perhaps to embark upon some penances until the Lord shows us. Maybe that's too external a thing. I want your heart. I just don't want your dreaming and your way of coming up with projects. I want you 100%. But if we don't dream great dreams, and if we don't embark on great projects, somehow or other, perhaps we're not offering quite everything to the Lord. And let the Lord then come and temper us, as he will with age and disease and with other people who are wiser or in charge. But for now or for tomorrow, perhaps a good little dream would help us to show how much we love the Lord and allow us to indulge in that passionate love for our Lord, as St. Ignatius shows so beautifully in the Autobiography. And that's the wisdom of the Autobiography for today.